Alarming developments in Tigray, a far border. It seems as if an internal conflict has begun. We have been warning against the eruption of this conflict, but people either play down the gravity of the situation or they did not want the issue to be solved through dialogue. Tigray Peace and Security Bureau has issued a statement. It seems that a full-blown offensive on TPF is on the cards. Secondly, Eskinder Naga's two brothers-in-law have been detained by security forces, reportedly. Let's start with this news story about Eskinder Nega. Eskinder Nega is a Fano commander, politician turned Fano commander. He led Baldiras party. He remained in prison with Jawar others released. He tried to resume political activities. He was not allowed to conduct political activities. Frustrated, he went to the US. He was warned against returning to Ethiopia. He returned. His family is based in the US. His wife, his kids based there. Returned to Ethiopia and joined Fano fighters. He organized Fano in Gojam when Zamine Kasi was in prison. Zamine Kasi was not happy after Skandar took over Zamine Kasi's Fano group. Zamine Kasi was released by security forces to drive a wedge between Zamine Kasi and Eskinder Nega. Zamine Kasi returned to Gujam, and then we saw start of conflict between Eskinder Nega and Zamine Kasi. Eskinder Nega then fled to Shoa. Now he's mainly based in Shoa. Anyway, so Skandar's family, though, is based in the USA, his immediate family, but some of his in-laws are based in Ethiopia. His wife's family is based in Addis Ababa. His wife has confirmed, talking to a news source this week, that her brothers have been arrested. The lady said that security forces, dozens of security officials, stormed the house of Eskinder Nega's in-laws in Addis Ababa. His two brothers-in-law were detained by security forces. The two brothers-in-law of Eskinder Nega say, their family members say, they have no role in politics. They have no interest in politics. They have no interest in the situation in the Amhara region. They keep themselves at a distance from the developments in the Amhara region. They have no connection with Fano fighters. Why were they arrested? Were they arrested to put pressure upon Eskinder Nega, or are they really involved in supporting Fano? No. But their custody is being confirmed that they have been taken into custody by security forces in Addis Ababa. How is Tigray? Tigray, a far border. This morning, I did a video. On Saturday, I published a video. In both the videos, I reported about second clash between Tigray military and TPLF fighters. Not second, third clash, I would say. But this third clash seems to be alarming, and critics are saying that civil war-like situation is emerging in Tigray. TPLF fighters, by the way, said a few weeks ago that they were going to take their struggle to a higher level. And back then, if you remember, I said that they're going to start attacks, targeted attacks in Tigray on TPLF leaders, on Tigray military, etc., etc. It seems that TPF has started its work. Though neither of the two parties is speaking the truth. Both are lying, I would say. No euphemism, they're lying. When they fought in Vajrat around a month ago, they accused each other of firing the first shot. After that, in Milazat, there was a clash. Tigray Peace and Security Bureau accused TPF that TPF fighters attacked Tigray military in Milazat and one member of Tigray military was killed. TPF said it did not carry out any attack and the member who was killed, he was killed by Tigray security forces themselves. Then third clash between Tigray military and TPF on Friday. Tigray Peace and Security Bureau a few hours ago issued a statement confirming the clash. Tigray Peace and Security Bureau is accusing TPF, saying that these TPF fighters, backed by external players, they want to drag Tigray into a conflict. And they carried out this attack on Tigray military in an area which is called Tibtab. Where is Tibtab? I tried to locate this place on the map. I could not. Is it in southern Tigray or in the far region? Tigray military claims that TPF fighters carried out an attack on Tigray military in Tibtab area. In that attack, one member of Tigray security forces was killed. If you remember, this morning I said that one casualty confirmed, two injured. Maybe there are more casualties too, but one confirmed. Now, question is, where is this place located, Tibtab? If it is in the far region of Ethiopia, it means that the attack was carried out by Tigray military. If Tigray military entered the far region of Ethiopia, obviously it means it entered there to carry out an attack on TPF. If Tibtab is in southern Tigray and the attack happened in southern Tigray, it means that TPF fighters tried to enter southern Tigray. They're the ones who initiated this attack. I could not locate this place. So if you could help me in locating the place, I would be extremely grateful to you. Firstly. Secondly, military issued a statement, and now military means Peace and Security Bureau of Kidano. Military says that TPF, so-called TPF, will pay the price. What they're doing, they'll pay the price for that. And reportedly, Army 43, 44, and 33 units are being mobilized to crush TPF fighters, which isn't going to be easy, by the way. This is what TPF wants. It wants Tigray military to enter the far region. TPF fighters are based in the far region of Ethiopia. They can easily withdraw. I mean, they're in border areas. Suppose they're in Megale, they're in Repti, they're in Abala. They can withdraw deep into a far. Then Tigray military will have to enter a far region. A far people won't tolerate that. Tigray military could be in trouble there. It could be encircled there. TPF fighters would like to withdraw if Tigray military enters a far region. And this conflict will expand, which it should not. If it does, that will just be the start of a civil war-like situation. So Tigray military will have to be very careful. On the one hand, it was to stop the entry of TPF fighters into Tigray from afar. On the other hand, it wants to put an end to TPF's presence in afar, which is not possible, I think. Because TPF are based in Samara too. They have their main headquarters there. So Tigray fighters cannot go all the way to Samara from Tigray border to put an end to the presence of TPF in a far region. Not possible. That's why this insurgency or this armed conflict between TPF and Tigray military is set to continue. Those who claim that soon TPF will be neutralized, I don't agree with the analysis. The analysis is not objective. It's based on their wishes. It's detached from the ground reality. Ground reality is that TPF cannot be neutralized by Tigray military because of the location of TPF fighters. But the last two incidents involving deaths of Tigray military officials indicate that a civil war-like situation is emerging in Tigray. For the last 3 months, I've been calling for negotiations. From day one, I've been saying Tigray military, TPLF should talk to TPF fighters. They did not. In fact, they just portrayed TPF from day one as traitors, as working to protect interests of Prosperity Party. Instead of engaging TPF through dialogue, they try to paint TPF as if they are traitors. Strategy not working. TPF does have a support base in Tigray. Does anyone in southern Tigray call TPF traitors? Do Raya people, southern Tigray people, call TPF traitors? They don't. This is the problem. The issues should be solved through dialogue. TPF's genuine demands should be listened to. There should be public discussions. Only then can they be exposed if they want to implement the interests of the federal government of Ethiopia. But if you want to counter TPF militarily, I think that will lead to start a prolonged armed conflict in Tigray. Thanks for watching.